In October of 1994, the small town of Union was shaken by a story that captured the entire country. A young mother named Susan Smith stood in front of cameras, crying as she begged for the safe return of her two missing sons. She claimed that a black man had carjacked her vehicle with the children still strapped inside. For 9 days, the nation watched in horror. News stations played the story nonstop. Search teams combed through the area. People prayed for 3-year-old Michael Smith and 14-month-old Alex Smith to be found alive. Susan appeared devastated. She cried during interviews, spoke directly to her children through television cameras, and convinced almost everyone that she was a grieving mother living through a nightmare. But behind the scenes, investigators were beginning to notice cracks in her story. Details kept changing. Timelines did not line up. Detectives started to suspect that the kidnapping never happened at all. While the country searched for a mysterious attacker, police were quietly focusing their attention on Susan herself. Then, on November the 3rd, Susan Smith finally confessed. Late at night, she led investigators to a boat ramp at John D. Long Lake. Hidden beneath the dark water was her car. Inside were the bodies of her 2 little boys, still strapped in their car seats. Susan admitted that she had let the vehicle roll into the lake intentionally, with her son still trapped inside. The confession horrified the nation. The image of those children alone in the dark, unable to escape as the car slowly sank beneath the water, became one of the most disturbing true crime cases in American history. As investigators searched for a motive, they uncovered Susan's troubled personal life. She had been involved in a relationship with a wealthy man who reportedly did not want children. Prosecutors argued that Susan believed her sons were standing in the way of that life she wanted. The case became even more controversial because of the false accusations she made against a fictional black suspect, a lie that fueled fear and racial tension across the community during the investigation. In 1995, Susan Smith went to trial for 2 counts of murder. Prosecutors sought the death penalty, arguing that the killings were deliberate and calculated. The defense claimed Susan suffered from severe mental health struggles and emotional instability. And after a dramatic trial filled with emotional testimony, the jury found her guilty. However, instead of sentencing her to death, they chose life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years. Decades later, the case of Susan Smith is still remembered as one of the darkest crimes ever committed by a parent. Not only because of the murders themselves, but because for days, the entire world believed they were watching a heartbroken mother searching for her children, when in reality, she already knew where exactly they were. And by the way, that bitch was denied parole.